Yo, 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 what is up? Welcome back
What's
for
up?
another episode of The Tailgate Show. It's
Surprise, motherfuckers!
surprise, motherfuckers. It's Double A, it's Air Jared, it's B Diddy. What's happening? What's up, y'all?
Going
The
on, boys?
draft is done.
It is.
Hallelujah.
If that was weird doing that Thursday night with that that emotion. I was just like listening to everybody talk. I still can't believe it's real, man. But
Yeah.
I've never been like that speechless before. Like it's wild, man.
It's excellent. It's the best feeling I've had post draft
We
in a long time.
You know, like I kept waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like I was just like we're gonna get like I was just so ready to be disappointed, because it kept thinking like this could happen, but at the same time like thinking, nah, this isn't gonna happen. Like somebody's gonna swoop in, they're gonna take him. And then like even after he was
Carolina.
picked, I was still like, did that really fucking happen? Like, is that, and the next day, like, I was still like, what the fuck? Like, that didn't happen because that doesn't happen for us. Like,
Does not.
you know what I
Dude,
mean? Like, it
it's
does not happen for us.
the guy we've been talking about since January.
Yeah. Like the dude, like we've
The
literally
dude.
put a fake Bears jersey, not us with the Photoshop, but like we as Bears Twitter or whatever, we've literally put a fake fucking jersey on so many dudes and been like, please, 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 and done the whole shit. And like this time it finally fucking worked. Like when we were at our lowest like levels of fuel left in the tank to keep on fucking loving this godforsaken team, that shit happened and just ripped our asses out of the ground, bro. Like we were dead. We were dead. Like we were still doing the thing and like, but it was just gonna be such a fucking like death march this year. Like I feel like this season was gonna be like a fucking death march with the cinnamon cannon at the helm. And like I just like I couldn't see anything good coming out of the season, and then happened.
I got shit for not giving up on it. Like I think the day of the draft, I made my own like Bears jersey, Fields one, and put it out there. Like I still had hope.
Oh, yeah!
You know
Shout
what I
out
mean?
to
Like,
everybody who fully never gave up. I started to give up the day before, and I even said, to Braggs, like I don't see it happening because C Blue Braggs was fucking to the end, and the George U was to the end posting that shit, and then I was just like, you know what, like fuck it, I'm gonna go for it one more damn time, and just started, like fucking Kyle Kowalczyk says, manifestation at its finest. Like we fucking created this shit, we willed this shit to happen with Justin Fields. And I know this is fully madness, but I don't give a fuck. Like, we fucking made this shit happen. And then, day two,
we got the guy we wanted in round one.
Went ahead and made some other shit happen, bro. Like, we're not done yet. Oh, hey, fucking draft. We're not done yet. We're coming back. We're getting Tevin the Beast Jenkins.
And that's
bro.
who we wanted if we stayed at 20. I mean,
yes,
I said Najee, but yeah.
Like, shit just doesn't happen like this for Bears fans and this organization. Like, and I was so happy for fucking Ryan Pace, dude. I was happy for us. I was happy for Bears fans. I was happy for my motherfucking self. I was happy, bro. I was happy for Bears Twitter, but I was happy for Ryan Pace, dude. Like I was, and that's fucked up because we've talked so much shit about him. But I was happy for that dude. His hair was all tousled, and he looked like he had just been getting bro hugged to death. Like, and he was, he was tired, and he was like loopy, and he was being super honest, like, and just seeming like he was just like, I can't, I'm sure on some levels he's like, I can't believe it finally worked, because as much as we have to try to like muster up our fandom, this guy's like literally eating, breathing, sleeping, never sleeping, living this shit, bro. Like, you think this dude doesn't try this? And I know we've clowned the whole stop telling us you're trying. These motherfuckers are trying.
Well, what it looked like to me was like Nagy went in there and said, "This is my show now."
Right.
because Nagy seemed like he looked younger.
And I don't. And again,
Pace looked beat, man.
I think I said this before, and I don't know who would have said it, but I felt like somebody had to say to these dudes, "Hey, we're not firing you, but you have to let Matt Nagy choose a fucking quarterback." Like in a room separate from.
It's the first draft since 1960 where we drafted our 5 first picks were freaking offense.
Right. But I guarantee you, and I hope, I don't know, I would hope that somebody sat Pace in a room by himself and said, "You listen to fucking Matt Nagy, and you don't go out on your own, you dumbass. You listen to them." And we clown the whole collaborate shit, but somebody shook them and said, "You motherfuckers work together because you're going out together if you don't." Jared.
I think there was, you could actually, in some of the other podcasts, they talked about how this was in the works from like 2018, 2019, where he'd been talking to Ryan Day and Justin Fields and all that shit. 18. Really getting into. Maybe it was 19. It might be 2019.
Yeah, Nagy said last year 19. In the presser. Yeah,
19.
Yeah, so this has kind of been in the works. He's been working on this.
Because 19 was Justin Fields. I mean, Justin Fields' 19th season is stupid. Like, it's so stupid good.
Nagy mentioned he talked to him as early as last year in the presser. I don't know if more information leaked out.
But so the weird ass connections, and I'm sure everybody's listened to other shit and heard this. Maybe they haven't. Maybe you don't know this. The weird ass connection between the fact that Ryan Day, the Ohio State head coach, and Matt Nagy played against each other in college. Nagy went to Delaware. Matt, what the fucking guy's name is? Ryan Day went to New Hampshire. They played against each other. They have this connection. Now, it's not to say they were like bros from back then, but at some point they all met when they were on the Eagles staff together. It all fucking goes back to that again. And they all met and they realized they had this connection, so they became boys. Like, since that point. And Ryan Day was basically like, talked to Nagy and was like, "Dude, you have to see this kid. This kid is different.
He's generational," were the exact words.
Yes. And because I guarantee you that it's like, if you're boys with Matt Nagy and he really like opens up to you, what he talks about in his private moments is, "God damn it, I had Mahomes and now I've got Mitch."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he told, and so he told Ryan Day that shit if they're boys. And Ryan Day was like, "Hold up, my guy." Like, check this guy out. And meanwhile, you have to think of what's going on with Nagy and the Bears at that point. And he's seeing Mitch just flail and fail. From game fucking 1, that shit. Matt Nagy knew that shit was over in game 1, just like we did of the 2019 season.
I think he knew it was over during the Rams game when he benched his ass.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But there were. I think he knew to some degree that it had a good chance of being over in the Rams game in 2018. But Mitch just kept fucking coming back, and Mitch would probably have a good practice, and Mitch would probably, but at the same time, like, Matt Nagy is a salesman, and he needed to sell us hope, and so he would do that, and I think he honestly believed that he could. I think he he thought he could fix Mitch, like, he convinced himself of that shit, but meanwhile, he was out checking out Justin Fields' tape.
Oh, sure, but the way it happened, I mean, who could have predicted that? I mean, even Minnesota tried moving up with Detroit to try to get him, and they rejected 2 first-round picks.
If there's ever if somebody does like a 30 for 30 on the way this went down, and hopefully if they do that, it means that Justin Fields killed it, and everybody wants to know the backstory of this crazy moment of how the quarterback who broke the fucking curse of the Bears quarterbacks, like how he came to be. Like, if they produce it's not good shit happen.
The story would be better than that, because it's even the Ohio State stigma too.
Yeah. Yes. And leaving Georgia, like, this dude was stuck behind Jake Fromm,
and then he made Joe Burrow bounce.
Something tells me there was more to that story with Fromm and
There was some
There
other.
was.
There was other things that happened. Somebody from the baseball team said some shit. There's other things going on.
There was drama, but he was one of the first guys that forced the transfer. Like he was one of the earlier bigger name guys that transferred.
He had to petition to play that season.
Yes.
So
he's a trailblazer. Like this dude.
And him and Lawrence were like the top guys out of high school when they came into college. Like
he's been, like, and that's what's so cool about it. Like at first I was kind of like, damn, his reaction is not like jubilation. Like his reaction when he got drafted was like, let's fucking go.
If you watch the video, he actually gets the phone call before the pick's done, and the family's out of the living room. There's nobody there because they do a quick flash to his after they try to scare us with the Mac Jones bullshit. Right. So I think they already had like a idea, and he's just like,
but I'm just saying, like,
activated.
I just love this dude's like what it seems like his mentality is. Like he just seems fucking serious as fuck. Like
he's got that Jordan Kobe mentality, man. Like Deshaun did coming out of college.
He looks driven, and all this, and him dropping to 11 has only honed that.
Shit's baffling, isn't it?
Go ahead,
I just really hope that we don't put too much on him in expectations.
I don't think he gives a fuck. Like this dude just seems crazy Teflon to me right now.
Man,
like
there's no.
I know, bro, but like this guy, like Mitch Trubisky was all about the goony smiles and all that, like fucking, he always seems stupid to me. Like you just look at the light in his eyes and he just seems stupid to me. And I mean, I'll be honest, anybody that smiles too much seems stupid to me. Like
also that brings up an interesting video that came out with where they took an aptitude test and he scored like the highest score ever on it.
Yes.
And play recall. Like I guess he brings it up in the presser where there's a play that
I'm just trying to connect the dots here. So you said you don't want to overwhelm him, but he's like the smartest guy they've ever tested.
That's what I'm saying is like I don't think he can be overwhelmed. Like you think about what he's already gone through. And I listened to Pat Fitzgerald with Adam Hogue talking about him. Pat Fitzgerald recruited him first and hard. They wanted him at Northwestern, and he was like, basically, we were the first, and then the heavy hitters came in and we lost him. But like Northwestern doesn't recruit stupid players.
No, it's true. And they talked about Nagy had him, I guess, on the phone call or during a Zoom of some sort. They drew up a play, and he brought it verbatim, word for word, which seems to be kind of part of what he does. So for the Matt Nagy, this is the Matt Nagy wet dream. This is
the most talented prospect Nagy's ever worked with out of college.
Absolutely, like his physical.
Mahomes.
Mahomes was not this polished, man.
No, I agree, and Mahomes is not the physical athlete that Fields is.
And I'm not saying he's going to be Mahomes.
Athlete.
The journeys are all different, but like he's a more polished quarterback than Mahomes was out of college. He is, Jared. He's getting to his fourth progression now.
I don't disagree that he can get through progressions and things like that. Mahomes is a different cat, though, too. I mean,
I was saying NFL ready.
I don't know what he is. We don't know what he is. We have an idea from what we've seen.
No, we don't. But
out of college, who would you start? Fields or Mahomes? Out of college.
Out of college, it would have been Fields. Absolutely.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, he didn't lose a big game.
If Fields came out last year, he would have been the number 1 or number 2 pick in the draft. Period.
Yep.
40 he would have been right after Burrow. It would have been him and Burrow. Or Burrow and him. It would have been just like it is with Trevor Lawrence. If Trevor Lawrence came out last year, I don't know if you could say that. He'd be top 5. But Trevor Lawrence, I don't know, man. I love this kid's edge so far, and I know I'm so putting the cart before the horse, and I don't give a fuck. But his edge, like, this dude's just built different. Like, you look, I showed a picture of him to my wife, and I was like, this is the Bears quarterback. And she's like, oh, whoa. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, I just figured it was another white boy with a name like Justin. And I was like, she hadn't seen any pictures.
Bro, you saw the locker room speech alone. Like,
yeah, bro is just different. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, I'm excited. Like, he's got that same edge that Cam had that I wanted here. You know what I mean? Like, that's part of the reason I wanted Cam here, because I wanted that, like, I don't give a fuck what you think attitude. See, and this is a dude. I hope Bears fans know this, and I want them to know this. Maybe he'll prove me wrong, but I doubt it. Like, this is not going to be any putting on any cute sweaters, fucking cuddly ass quarterback. Like, this isn't going to be you want the lights on or you want the lights off, bullshit. Like, this dude's here to fucking get revenge on the doubters, and he can say what he wants about I don't have a chip and it's all in the past and blah blah. That dude stewed there for 10 picks.
Yep.
And was salty as hell and watched Trey Lance get drafted, who's like in his whole career didn't throw as many times as Fields threw in a shortened season.
Dude, like, he toned it down during the draft, after the draft, but when he was at his pro day, he was like, I want to play every team that didn't draft me, basically.
Yeah, just like, and you saw it at his pro day. I mean, you see Mac Jones at his pro day, and he's yucking it up and shooting the ball around like a yokel, because he is. And fucking, like, Justin Fields was out there like the Terminator, bro. Like, he was just, like, serious.
And then what do they do to help the young quarterback out in the future? They take Tevin Jenkins.
Fucking A. Like, how did that happen? What a
Before we get on Jenkins, I do want to say the only thing I'm nervous about, it's not so much Nagy developing him, because I think this kid, it will survive that. I think he's talented enough to run what Nagy wants. I'm just hoping that what Nagy wants to run, because we really haven't truly seen a full version of it. It's been changed so many times because of lack of talent. I'm hoping what Nagy wants to run is really gonna that he gets to that balance of coaching to his players' strengths, because this kid offers a lot.
What I'm hoping is that this is another time when the Ryan Day friendship is gonna come in. I mean, if Matt Nagy's not going, send me your fucking best plays for this kid, then
Ryan Day's about to replace his ass.
Well, whatever. But I mean, that might happen. And at this point, it's on. The pressure is.
I want to see Nagy work out
more than Pace. I want to see him do well too. I'm not lying, but I'm just saying, like, you look at, if he doesn't get those plays from Ryan Day, I'm sure he knows what those plays are. Not like he needs to see him printed out.
Right. I imagine there's a lot of that back and forth between the coaches and stuff like that on plays.
I hope so. I fucking hope so.
I think I think Nagy's biggest struggle really is once training camp starts, everybody's gonna see it and know it. You know what I mean? Like, he may want to rush him because of this kid. That's going to be a struggle for Nagy, because he's going to know what he could do with him versus Dalton.
But not if he's buried third on the depth chart and isn't getting any reps. I mean, there's a good chance.
Nagy said he has to get reps in the presser, though. He has to get reps.
But I'm just saying, like, I think there's going to be a lot of...
Is it rushing him if he's just that much better, though?
No. It's not rushing him. It's fucking fine. What up, Trubiscuits? It's fine. Like, it's absolutely fine. It's what it's supposed to be. And I think what's saying that they're, when I'm sort of embracing this Alex Smith blueprint does is it, instead of having to prove to everybody that they made the right pick, they have this thing in place where it's like, okay, no, we know we can do this. Nagy did this with Mahomes. We're trying this shit. So the pressure, it takes some of the edge off of the pressure. Like,
it takes the pressure off of the young quarterback for sure.
Yeah, Mitch was fucking.
But like you said, he looks like he's already the Stone Cold Killer, ready to go.
But at the same time, like, he's not an asshole. Like, you get the sense that this kid is like he's respectful and on point, and it's not like there's no like fucking roughneck edge to his attitude or his laser focus. Like it's just like it's almost
Natural.
like it's natural, it's cool, it's calm, it's collected, it's confident, but then there's also like almost like a fucking RoboCop vibe to it. And I don't want to get Cole Komet, but it's just like a robotic like this dude's, you know, on some Terminator shit. Like it's more, you know, like that's how I feel about it. Like I don't feel like, oh, he's a badass or oh, he's roughneck looking or whatever. Like I don't want, you know, I don't want it twisted like that, you know. But he just like
Seems like a highly intelligent kid that knows his purpose.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And that also can segue us back to Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah,
Tevin
another
Jenkins,
kid.
a guy that knows his purpose. You know, he talks about in his presser about, you know, his job's to keep the quarterback upright. And if he's on the ground, that's my fault. And if he gets hit late, that's that guy's problem because I'm coming. You know, he's got an attitude. I like his attitude.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and it showed on tape.
Oh, he's a beast. Yeah.
And you know, he's obviously like the belle of the ball. And if there had been a combine, he probably would have been like a combine star. Like, but it's crazy. Like they even got him, you know. But this dude is exactly what the doctor ordered, and it's crazy, you know. Welcome, AC Flaccavelli.
What a name! We're loving that
first
already.
tailgate show, loving the energy. LOL, nice.
Welcome, man.
Yeah, welcome in. But yeah, man, like it's crazy that this like it's another guy where you're like, are you kidding me? Like we got that dude. That's like
it's what we wanted. It's
right. It's like this isn't supposed to happen. Like
no, like I said, like we were saying, man. When we knew we were going to be, if we were going to be stuck at 20, that was the guy we were talking. Everybody was talking about. Getting.
And like honestly, after that, the draft could have ended, and I would have been happy as fuck. Like I wouldn't even care if we got anybody else. I'd be like, the Bears got two dudes. They got Justin Fields and Tevin Jenkins. That's a wrap. I'm good. We good. Lock it up. Let's go to camp. You know. But then they turned around and they made
like Borum.
Well, Borum is solid, but
I'm a project, man. He's a project.
He's raw, yeah.
He's raw. I want to talk about Graham.
Oh.
Graham is a top 100 ranked player by like everybody, and we got him at 228, cornerback out of Oregon.
Yeah, he was a COVID skip, right? Was he?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, he opted out.
That's what. Yeah, got it.
This dude, he could be a steal. And they had the video of him getting the call, and he thought he was going to be like a third round pick. You know. Like, that was what he was thinking. And that was what he was basically expecting. And he was, I mean, he
was highly recruited by some big schools out of high school.
Yeah. I mean, Oregon is a serious program. Like, Oregon is putting some players in the league right now. Like, they're no joke. They kind of tend to more finesse guys. But they some talented ass dudes are playing.
I mean, wasn't there another cornerback that got drafted before him out of Oregon? I think there was.
Yeah, but he was hyped to get on the squad. He's another guy that's overlooked and is like got an edge. Tevin is overlooked and he's pissed. He thought he was a first round pick. He's happy to be with the Bears. He's happy to get drafted, but this dude thought he was a first-round pick, and he should have thought he was because everybody had him as a first-round pick, right?
The thing with Thomas Graham, like he doesn't have like top-end speed, so he does make up for it with technique. But that's being able to do that in college is one thing. He's gonna have to work that out.
Sure.
You know what I mean? He's gonna be a good depth piece initially, though.
Right. Whatever.
Think about that battle between him and Kendall Vildor and all those guys that are already on the squad. Duke Shelley, you're on the clock, bro. You might be the odd man out.
There's gonna be some battles. I mean, I think
that's remember Ryan Pace said this a couple of years ago. To create their job is to create competition across the board.
Right. I think who's going to challenge him at nickel though?
You got Vildor, you got Artie Burns in there. You got
Burns is not a nickel. I don't know. I think Vildor and Vildor they like more outside. Shelley is kind of pretty locked in as the corner, in my opinion. I don't know who's really built built to compete with him. Maybe I don't know about Roberson. I don't know where he plays.
You could put Charles Snowden at nickel. That would be insane.
He's an edge, isn't he?
He is, dude, but he's like
Right.
6'2". He's got like a basketball player build. He's
Right.
needs to put on weight, but this dude can like he can pass cover, man. Yeah, like he breaks up passing lanes.
Curse.
He's
Fucking next Leonard Floyd style body.
He's a freak. He needs to put on weight.
Mm.
I was surprised we got him undrafted.
Come on down to the farm, boys. I know how to do that one. Got that one down pat.
Yeah, I think I was really happy we actually got him undrafted. I'm surprised.
Well, that's what's crazy, and I don't know who was talking about it, but I was listening to somebody, and they were like, this is the ebb and flow and the circular evolution of players. It's like for a while, cornerbacks got big, and then everybody started drafting smaller, faster receivers, and now the cornerbacks have had to match up with that.
The same with the offensive line. Offensive linemen were pretty big, and now some of the smaller guys are starting to get more run because your defensive linemen are smaller and they're faster. So
yeah, he can't play nickel.
On speed.
That was just sarcasm, but yeah.
No, I don't think he can play nickel. I'm just saying it's a steal. Like Daz Newsome looks pretty interesting. I'm not gonna get real hyped about him. Like I mean, I guess it's just gonna have to draw the line. But I think he's got some talent.
Daz is going to be a yak dude. Like that dude turns into a running back when he gets the ball. I love that pick, man. He could be our long term answer at slot finally.
So back to the offensive line, we signed that Wilkinson guy, and people didn't really we were in the real negative. We were negative as fuck at that point. So we're like, whatever, who's this fuck? So
correct,
like get out of here, like whatever. Is Rashad Coward still on the team? Fuck this guy. That was our mentality at that point. Like, get Snowden some pizza casserole. Fatten that boy up. Fatten him up. We're sending him casseroles, like truckload. No, but like, we were like, whatever, fuck this guy. But they signed him. And then they got Tevin Jenkins and they got Borum, and we know everybody else who they have. They got a lot of dudes. So it starts to become very apparent, and this was apparent prior to this. But when they picked Tevin Jenkins and they picked Borum, because this is funny, like when they picked Tevin Jenkins, Charles Leno was like, "Oh shit, let's go," because he thought they just picked me a young stud right tackle, and then they picked Borum, and it was like, "Oh shit." My ass is about to get cut. No, he went silent. And we always talk shit. Oh, he changes this and that. He changes profile. No, he stripped his shit. And it was because he realized it. And then I guarantee you his ass probably got a call and was like, "Hey, Charles, I'm sorry. This is difficult. But you got to go, man. Like, we're going to tell you now to do you a solid so you can get going on getting on to your next gig. It's going to be June 1st. We're cutting you.
Dude, all we saw was hate for that dude last year, and there were so many people that came out of the woodwork that were like writing "Dear Charles," tweeting out these.
People are tripping, like imagining that. Jer, you're one of them. Told me that he wouldn't get cut. What the fuck? When did Charles Leno become untouchable?
All right, I'll defend Jer there, man.
93 straight starts. I'll defend myself. 93 straight starts, and he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't great. So now you are going to mortgage what you know that you don't have to coach up, that you know what that commodity is for an unknown commodity. The position needs to get better. Don't get me wrong.
Jerry, he needed a fire lit under his ass.
How many times was Charles Leno's ass on the ground and David Montgomery had to hurdle his ass? He's not a bad guy. Good dude. Good in the community. Nice guy. Good story. They got so much value out of Charles Leno. Props to Charles Leno. Thank you, bro. Thanks for your service.
They could bring him back for a quarter of the money if he doesn't get any.
Charles Leno doesn't get to stay on the same team as Justin Fields. Okay, I don't think. I'm just saying, it's time to move on. but it is time to move on. And then, yes, the cap issue is what ultimately motivated it, but they got so much value out of him. He's a great story. He's going to end up playing somewhere else. He'll probably get a 3-year, $30 million deal or more from somebody. Like, he's still, I mean, he's going to be fine, but it's time to get this young infusion of energy that you just brought into injected into the veins of this team.
I really hope Tevin Jenkins can make the transition to left tackle. It's different. There's different muscle memory. It's a different style of movement. I mean,
he's been working on it already, though.
Well, that's okay. I'm just saying. I hope he does.
Yeah, I was hoping to succeed. I was hoping to get a shot at right tackle for a little bit first and then transition over. He's talented enough. He's athletic enough. You know what I mean? But draft, I don't want to see this move fuck with his development because if he's overwhelmed. I hope not. And it's still possible to bring in a veteran left tackle.
This dude is not scared. He came out the gate. I'm just saying, but I don't see how it would fuck with his development.
If you listen to his college coach's interview, he's a very intelligent kid. This isn't a partier. This is a kid that needs to be challenged mentally.
Right.
He needs to be pushed. That beast that you see in him now didn't come out till like a year ago, his coach was saying.
Right.
This is something like he went up to him and said, out of everybody on this team, you could be the one that makes it.
Bro,
he didn't see that in himself. Right. So he's just starting this climb, and I don't want to see something like throwing him in the NFL and putting him at left tackle, like you're fucking with that. That's all. I'm not saying he can't handle it. He may be able to.
Yeah, I just think and again, let me bottom line this by saying if the Bears cap wasn't so fucked, Leno's probably still on this team.
Yeah.
Bottom line, it's an unfortunate situation that you have to cut a player who's still a contributor. But at the end of the day, the reality is the reality. And he's just not worth $9 million to them because $9 million to the Bears is precious. Like, they have $400,000 worth of cap space. And our guy, Brad Spielberger from PFF, said they need about $3.85 to sign the draft class. And then you got to keep another couple around. Remember, Pace.
Honestly, I think Cody Whitehair might be a better left tackle than Charles Leno, and I think you could move Bars into guard. I mean, Cody was a tackle.
There's moves to be made. You got Hambright.
Hambright, who was a left tackle at Colorado.
Yeah.
And you got Ifedi, who was drafted as a left tackle.
Cody played left tackle in college.
Yeah, but he was.
I just don't think they're going to move Cody again. I think
Jenkins didn't.
Okay, so let's say that we go with what you're saying, and Tevin Jenkins is right tackle. That's fine. Ifedi, kick him over to left. Then you have Cody next to him, right? And you have Sam Mustipher at center. You have Daniels on the right side. Or, actually, you should probably have Cody next to the rookie. Legitimately. Like, you need to have Cody next to the rookie. So Cody's going to have to be right guard if Tevin's right tackle, I think. Don't you think? I think they're going to want him next to the rookie. I don't think you want Daniels there. I think Daniels and Ifedi will work together well. So I don't mind that. That's money.
I don't want Ifedi.
And if it doesn't work out, and he doesn't, they even got that Dieter Isler kid from Yale.
If you put Ifedi on the left side, I hope Dalton plays the whole season as a tackling dummy. I don't want Fields to get broke.
I don't think.
The judgment's already been made that Ifedi's going to be a Bear. They paid him.
They paid him $5 million. Like it's a lock. He played 1,000 snaps for this team last year.
Yeah, that's like 20. That's like $20 million on other teams.
Well, whatever. I'm just saying, like he's already. That was already a good signing, and this is and again, we are the kings of shitting on Pace at times. So I'm talking to myself here, but a thing that you have to give him credit for is he has consistently found, and his team has consistently found these little, whether it's Cornelius Lucas, whether it's these in between dudes that turn into something. You know what I'm saying? Like they found these cats, and I think hopefully Wilkinson is that. Like Trubisky says Jenkins, Whitehair, Musafir, Daniels, Ifedi. Let TJ grow as left tackle.
Oh, sure. I hope he can come in and step in and handle it. But I just figured it would take some time with a rookie. He's playing right tackle.
Yeah, here's the thing is that let's say that they're going to give Dalton. I would say Dalton gets at least 4 starts. They made a handshake deal with the dude, and I think they're going to honor that.
Unless Fields just
I think no matter what. I think no matter what, unless Dalton looks like garbage, and if people think there's going to be a ton of open practices, they're out of their mind.
It's not that.
I heard people talking about people going to Hallis Hall for training camp. I was like, there's not going to be any of that. They're going to keep it so under wraps.
I'm just saying, if this kid comes in, it's not even about what we're not going to be seeing or what the media is not going to have access to. It's more about the team and the guys in the building. If Fields comes in and wins these guys over, and he balls out, and everybody knows he's that dude,
that's a good point.
You're taking inspiration away almost at that point.
Of course, and dudes are hyped. I mean, you saw Eddie Jackson. Eddie Jackson's Instagram live was hilarious, dude. He was. All of us. He was like, okay, Carlos. Come on, Carlos. Tell me what I want to hear, Carlos. Okay, man, let's go. Make the pick. And then he was like, oh, shit. And he gave a little love to Mac Jones. He's an Alabama guy. He's like, Justin Fields or Mac Jones? Mac Jones or Justin Fields? Let's go. And then he was like, finally, we got a real, you know what I'm saying?
I got a little shit.
Dog.
Yeah. He stopped himself. But he was hyped that they picked a badass quarterback. He was hyped they picked a black quarterback. Dudes are hyped. If you think the Red Rocket is going to, you're right. I mean, there's no way this team will rally behind the Red Rocket.
What did they bring up about, John's brought it up. I guess the guy that was starting ahead of Deshaun Watson lasted 1 half.
Yes.
I mean, that's that patience. I mean, if you think that, if you think Justin Fields is Deshaun Watson, that's too fast for me. I want him to wait longer, but
Dalton's different than that guy that was in Houston, though.
True.
Yeah, I don't even know who that guy was.
He was just a guy.
Yeah.
Jag.
It's QB Johnson. Yeah, I agree. I mean, anything could happen. I just feel like they're going to try because I believe they do want to go slower this time, with him, if they can. And it is part, I know you said today, we're wasting the defense now, right?
That's my concern. This window is going to start getting smaller and smaller with our defense.
Right, it is, but if they've hit on,
it's true.
If they've hit on these corners, and if all you have to do to make this defense young again, because the difference between the oldest defense in the league and the next one is such a small number. Get Akeem Hicks. If Akeem Hicks were to get cut, and Trevathan were to get cut, all of a sudden it's the 10th, 15th youngest defense in the league. It doesn't, the difference between the top and the bottom and the youngest versus oldest shit is so minuscule. It's stupid. We go half a year up average, and it's the Bears are the oldest team in the league, and it's the next 10 are within half a year.
It's where we're old at, though.
Yeah.
Well, you drafted a guy in the 7th, Kyrus Tonga from BYU. I mean, it's a long shot in the 7th round, but
yeah, that guy's
we just got done talking about we just got done talking about a tackle that we took in that round, and he made something of himself. Now, can this kid do the same thing on the defensive tackle? Plus, you got Blackison.
So
you love Blackison. I don't know why.
I don't get that one either.
I'm just saying that's a guy, you got.
Yeah, no, I mean, the PR department is going to cook up a serious hype video on Tonga. You know, he's got all the fucking. Like Dax Raymond or whatever the fuck that guy.
It's funny that you mentioned that because he's 25 years old because he went on a missions trip. So
yeah,
you're probably right.
All these BYU dudes got the same story except for Zach Wilson, who's 14. Like it's the opposite for him. But like everybody, all these dudes have the same story, and it's like
he's a pretty amazing athlete for his size, though.
Is he Hawaiian? Is he? Or what's his deal? That name sounds Hawaiian.
We're gonna have to get Wyatt on to figure that one out. But
Ancestry.com Wyatt can come figure it out.
No, but
shout out to the Vikings for getting fucked in this draft. Actually, they made some good picks, but like they wanted Justin Fields so bad.
They got dollar store Fields.
They got great value Fields. Like they got fucking Sam's Club Fields, bro. It was Patrick Sheldon was like when you wanted Dr. Pepper and you brought home Dr. Thunder.
Yeah, they got they got DH Gate Fields.
Yes.
That tweet that you found from Mon was great.
Like Wish.com.
Yes. He found a tweet from Mon where he said Minnesota was a terrible place.
Oh yeah, man, that's bro. Like they're so salty, and they're still paying Cousins a shit ton of money to just be like completely fucking average.
The big thing with Tonga that a lot of scouting reports were saying was it's just can he stay on the field? Like there's some conditioning questions, but he is an athletic freak. He blocks passes. He can. Yeah. He's good at stopping the run. Good at getting in and on the passer. So.
Yeah. Hey man. You know who else I'm happy for? Sidebar is I'm happy for Jen Telecky that runs the Bears social media. Like it must just feel so fucking good to be killing it right now. To be doing fun shit again. Like and not having to be. Put out these QB1 tweets, which I know Ted Phillips tweeted that shit. Like, Telecky didn't tweet that shit. Like, Ted Phillips got a hold of the Twitter and was like, QB1, send tweet.
Tweet.
Yeah, tweet. And they were just like, oh my God, what did you do, you fuck?
Like Trubisky's nailed it on my comment about the certain players on defense because they're real important guys on our defense with Hicks, Mack, and Trevathan too. Trevathan's been the guy calling in the plays. Like Roquan needs to take that on, like for us to move forward. Like he really needs to fully embrace that.
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, there's still a question on Hicks yet. There's a lot of questions as to whether he could be a cap casualty yet too, even though you're under.
But with this one move,
hey, Robert Quinn too. God, he looked old as shit last year.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, they can't really cut him and save any money. Now, the other one that everybody's tripping out about is they're like, why isn't Jimmy Graham cut? Again,
he scored 8 touchdowns, didn't he?
He scored 8 fucking touchdowns, which is not some small thing for a Bears receiver to score of any type to score 8 touchdowns. Right. It's not a small thing. And I know it's just red zone, and I know everybody fucking wants to kill him for this and that. It's like, he wasn't brought here to block. Like, come on. I just think they love him. The organization loves him. He's not going anywhere. And I think he might get a new 2-year deal, and then they get the money down if they need to. I don't think he probably will get the new contract, but he's not going anywhere. Like, everybody's like, save $6 million. For what? Take that $6 million and find me a player that gets you impact like he's going to get you.
A veteran left tackle.
For $6 million, you now saved 9 and you're going to spend 4. So you have 5 left. So what are you going to do? You're going to go out and get a veteran left tackle for how much? Everybody's like, let's get Eric Fisher with his torn Achilles. Let's get Mitchell Schwartz, whatever the fuck is wrong with him. There's a reason the Chiefs just cut those dudes.
What about Okung?
I mean, he could be another Ifedi, I guess. I mean, that's what that dude is. It's another Ifedi. Didn't they play together? I think Okung and Ifedi were like teammates, weren't they?
At Seattle, yeah.
Is he? Is he better than Ifedi? I don't know. Why does he keep moving around?
I hope he's better than Ifedi. His college coach was comparing Jenkins to him.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fucking Russell Okung expert. I don't know. Is he really special? Because it seems like he's a journeyman at this point.
I think he'd be fine at left tackle.
I just don't think it matches up, though. Like, this year is no longer a win-now year. This is now a bridge developmental year. And yeah, it sucks to maybe waste a little bit of defense, but it's also it's another thing that you have to think about is why not get.
You got to remember too, Anthony Miller led us in touchdowns his first year. That didn't do shit for him.
He did.
So saying Graham scored touchdowns, like, okay.
Well, I'm just saying he's a productive member of the team, and I think he could be more productive.
Was it 8 touchdowns divided by how many million?
Well, whatever. Look at some of the other big name free agents that signed at tight end. He nearly outproduced them all. Like all the Austin Hoopers and the fucking, this and that, and everybody's like, oh, Hayden Hurst is gonna go to the Falcons and kill it. No, that didn't happen. Like,
oh, good question from the chat from our Bear Down Loyal.
Trubisky says, hey, if this year isn't win now, why not cut and use the cap savings to roll over to 2022?
Excellent point.
Absolutely, and I don't know that might not happen, but I think it's because they have to keep up appearances. Like, they can't draft Fields
position.
Right.
There's just not much roster depth at that position.
They don't. I mean, there's a chance. Like, listen, last year Pace didn't spend all of the cap. He saved like $8 million, and that carried over to this year. And thank God he did that because, like, remember, like people are tripping out. Oh, he fucked the cap. He fucked the cap. There was a $30 million correction. They thought they were going to have $30 more million at this point when they started doing all those restructures.
Graham's going to be gone when they feel like Kmet is ready. Graham was brought in for Kmet.
Right. So if it's possible, yes, that I think, but I just feel like he's going to be there. Broniker for MVP.
Here you go.
Yeah, where is Broniker? He's just chilling with
gag order, bro. That gag order is relentless.
Yeah, he's in the Golick family now. He's broadcasting royalty now, so he's cool. Like, it's not even, that dude's Harvard guy. Like, he'll be fine.
I heard he spends a lot of time in Sydney.
Australia? He is abroad quite a bit. But yeah, like, Broniker. Ives Hive is back, right? Jesper Horsted. Ugh. Right. Oh, like,
we're not going to get any of that this year, though, really.
Well, we got... Do you want the list of the UDFAs we got?
I hope. All right, but here's what I want to say. The last thing I'll say about the offensive line is I hope that the same mentality that brought us fucking Rashad Coward starting does not infect their judgment.
One of them was a converted defensive tackle. I forget which one. I think one fucking of the UDFAs.
Trubisky's I'm getting the Sansenbacker crew together.
And Braverman.
Back together. Fuck. Braverman, Sansenbacker, fucking
Braxy's boy there.
Right, from our friends at
Gentry. Travis fucking Gentry. God.
Tanner,
yeah, whatever his goddamn name is. I can't remember.
All right, here's the list of the UDFAs per Windy City Gridiron. Khalil McLean, wide receiver of Troy. Deontay Ruffin, cornerback from Western Kentucky. Tight end Scooter Harrington from Stanford.
Scooter.
Come on, Scooter. Let's go, buddy.
Yeah, but he's from Stanford, so what the fuck? Scooter? All right.
Yeah, Scooter, bro. Anyway, defensive lineman Daniel Archibong. Hey, we got a bong.
Whoa! I like
that. Clemson offensive lineman Gage Cervenka. Offensive lineman.
No, that's the big ass offensive lineman from Clemson. That's a big boy now. That's a big boy from Clemson, and they still got Badara Triore from LSU hanging out.
That dude from
Clemson, about that guy.
That dude from Clemson wasn't like even in a draft guide.
He's a big boy. That's all I'm saying. He's a big ass dude from Clemson. That's all.
That's a huge bitch.
And Traore and Badora Traore from LSU is another dude that's hanging out.
Can't buy
Gunnar Vogel from
Yes.
Northwestern. Mississippi State, Darren Parker. Deron Parker? Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Houston Baptist linebacker Caleb Johnson. First kid from Houston Baptist to be signed to the NFL. And he is a Bear.
I don't know enough about it, but like
that's like a new university.
It seems like it's almost a better deal to be a UDFA than a 7th round pick.
Yeah, because it's got to do with rights and money and all that crap.
Yeah, like you get paid right away.
Right.
You get to negotiate right away. You know, like dudes are like clamoring for your services. Like these 7th round picks. Like I feel like, you know, I don't know. I maybe somebody will totally tell me I'm wrong, but I think like I feel like somebody should track the number of UDFAs that make it versus the number of 7th round picks. You know,
Jamie Newman went undrafted, man. That year out, kind of hurt his stock.
See, Coastal Carolina running back CJ Maribel. Stony Brook.
Isn't that's fucking Trubisky's guy?
Yeah.
Trubisky's was shouting him out for fucking Coastal Carolina or whatever.
Defensive tackle Sam Kamara from Stony Brook. Stanford defensive lineman Thomas Schaefer. And
Stony Brook, man, that's a school where you don't hear about anybody come. Who the fuck's ever come out of Stony Brook? Like that's a small ass New York school.
And then Charles Snowden from Virginia. Those are your UDFAs.
That's the only guy. The rest of them, I'm like, who? I don't. That Snowden is the cat. Like that sounds promising.
Yeah, but
otherwise, I'm like,
yeah, Herbert and Maribel are both 5'8". Like both of them are going to stick. You're not gonna have a bunch of like.
Well, Herbert was a 6th round pick. Right?
Yeah, right. I'm just saying they're both small backs. Everybody's seeing Cohen because they're short. Cohen's college stuff was much more impressive.
Well, we already saw the offense without him.
Right, but against who? Well, that's what I'm saying is you need redundancy at his position because how fucked were they that they didn't have it?
Exactly.
No, but everybody's thinking Williams is such a lock. Dude, they brought in a couple of running backs. Like, this running back thing is going to be a little competition, too. Especially Artavius Pierce is going to challenge
Williams. You got Pierce, too.
Right. Well, but that's the thing is you need redundancy at the position. Like, the Chiefs, they keep drafting the same guy again, Mecole Hardman. You know, like, it's like, we already have Tyreek Hill. Guess what? We're going to get Tyreek Hill light. We're going to get Tyreek Hill 2.0. So that if Tyreek Hill goes out, we're cool, you know, or like we're going to run a play where there's like 3 dudes that can run like Tyreek Hill.
Right.
I mean, I was listening to somebody, you know, I think it was Nate Tice was talking about how basically Andy Reid would run 4 verts every play if he could. Like that is his mentality. And that's the core. And that's, you know, everybody's buzz thing right now is to talk about touchdown to check down. The reverse reads, you know, you're not looking for the dump off right away. And that's where Mitch was completely broken in 2019 when Tariq had all those catches for no fucking yards. Mitch was like just the dump off king, you know, and that's not, you know, Fields is like, I'm looking downfield first. But again,
Nagy said the touchdown guy.
Yeah. That's what he wants. Nagy wants to score a touchdown on every fucking play. That's his mentality. His mentality is every play is a touchdown. It's a pain in the ass, but that's how he is. He's a fucking gambler, and that's why people hate his play calling, because we want to see some slog it out shit, we think.
So, like,
but he's
the guys that are like Fields' age realize who he's been since high school and now college. Now, if he pans out, which we all think he will in the NFL, there's going to be so many guys, and you go a couple of years that are going to want to come play with him. Do you know what I mean? This is this is the quarterback we have on our hands. This is the guy that's going to make people better around him. Like this is a guy this is man. Yeah. I'm just so jacked that we got him.
Trubisky's made a great point. Said Fields has a killer instinct Mitch lacked. Facts. You can't compare the two. Like, it's not even comparable. You can compare Justin Fields to Trevor Lawrence.
No, listen to me talk, man. I made that point when we first started talking.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want to hear, like, fuck y'all on Twitter that are really trying to even compare this dude to Mitch. His college career is so much more prolific. The competition he played against is so much more prolific.
High school, college,
like everything. This is not a dude who couldn't get recruited in his home state. Mr. Ohio football can't get recruited in his home state because why? Dudes like Justin Fields play there. That's why. Like, so you got to go to North Carolina, and you can't beat out Marvin Williams or whoever the fuck was there. Some dude, you can't even beat out him. And then finally you get the job, and you fucking have 12 starts, and apparently you have a good Sun Bowl, which you lost. Like, and he didn't even play good the whole game. He had like a good fourth quarter, and he like
8-6, dude. You know what I mean?
Brought them back. Like Justin Fields. In his first 13 starts, 40 touchdowns and 1 pick. Dude is 63 touchdowns and 9 interceptions in his career. That's stupid, bro.
People were making comments like he throws interceptions. I'm like, hey.
Just admit you don't watch him. You fucking losers. Like, just admit you do not watch this dude.
40 touchdowns and 1 interception.
In his first 13 starts. It's stupid, bro. The 2019 season is stupid by him. He's fucking sick. This dude is, and that's on a team that doesn't exactly let him throw it like crazy. Like, you look back and people want to go, oh, Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins threw the ball like 500 times for them. Like, Justin Fields is throwing the ball like 350, 360 times a season. He's efficient as fuck. He's like 12 yards average.
He's making Joe Matola positive on Twitter.
Yeah, like, this dude's different. Like, don't talk to me about these fucking lame comparisons that people are making. Like, really. Some dude, and I know it's kind of like set up to get us all fired up, but some dude called ESPN and was like, we should have drafted Micah Parsons. We needed a linebacker. We should have, like fucking all these, like, closet racist ass people are calling up and like saying shit already, and I know it's just to get us fired up, and they get put on because they come on and they say some wild shit.
Bro, the shit's so crazy that Aaron Rodgers don't want to come back.
Yeah. Yes.
Did we talk about that? What is reality?
Apparently, Aaron Rodgers, like, best buddy was Jake Kummerow, and amongst all the transgressions that this Gutekunst has put onto Rodgers, which started out with, like, basically after they fired Montgomery, which Rodgers, this is the deal. Like, this is how I see it go.
Yo, it's Packer fondue.
Rodgers felt like melt cheese down, milk. Give me your tears. Yeah. Rodgers felt like he got Montgomery fired, right? Like, he was like, oh shit, mission accomplished. And he thought he was going to get to choose the next coach. They didn't give a fuck what he thought. They went out and got Matt LaFleur. And we clowned it at the time. I was like, who the fuck is this dude? Well, we were wrong. Dude's a hell of a coach. I think you were probably smart, Brian, and he's from the Shanahan tree, but I was clowning him. And and he's a badass coach. But Aaron Rodgers wasn't happy running that offense. Like, I'm not fucking Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, fuck you, Like, and so he got salty and was like, you didn't tell me, you didn't let me help with the coach. You don't draft me anybody. And then they had the nerve to fucking go and trade up for Jordan Love. And obviously dude got, like, crazy salty. But apparently it wasn't all that really, like, sent him over the edge. It was fucking cutting Jake Kummerow. Like,
Oh, maybe this was the Mitch Trubisky story. Just a different. Cut his fullback. Cut his buddy.
Sorry, man. That last hit was like.
Well, he fucking decided that I'm gonna go on a scorched earth tour. Like, I'm gonna fucking tear the league up and show than show fucking everybody that I'm still the king. And he did it, and he won the fucking MVP like on pure petty. Like, it sucks that he's absolutely owned the Bears, but I have a lot of respect for this dude.
That dude was like Burton was to Mitch, I guess, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what Jerry just said. Like, I'm just saying, like, he's went scorched earth, and now it's like he's fucking over it. Like, I guess they tried to talk about a commercial or a contract. I guess they tried to talk about a new contract, and he's just like, nah, fuck it, I'm out.
Somebody really needs to do a Bose noise canceling commercial with him and
yeah, right.
just like have all the, imagine if they had an owner.
Well,
Jared, that's why I didn't hear you. These are the Bose noise canceling.
Oh, is that what
snap. No, but you're right. I mean, it's a fucked up situation because, like, we think that it's a pain that there's no football czar between Ted and George and the fucking and Nagy and Pace. Well, how do you think they feel in fucking Green Bay? Like, we're like, fucking Jim John Yokel that works at the Farm and Fleet fucking owns the team.
Right, we need to get some paper owners on here and really let us know what's going on behind the scenes.
Right, like, but they don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like, they have about as much to say with it as, about it as fucking, like, shareholders of Walmart. Like, they don't know. They're not in control of shit.
I know.
Maybe we should call Dusty. Maybe we should get Dusty on the line.
Dusty has said on Twitter that he's like, I mean, Packers fans are shook. Like, they're shook. And then they draft a receiver, and his name is Amari Rodgers. You can't make this shit up, bro. Like, he is good. It's actually a good pick. And Devontae Adams was a fucking, second-round pick. So, like, it's not like but it's just so funny that it's the same.
Did you see Adams' Instagram? He put a goat on a cliff.
Yeah, because he's ready to jump. The goat's about to jump off a cliff. Like, he might retire, dude. Oh, God, I would love it. Like, that is so delicious. Like,
those A. Rogers jerseys don't sell themselves.
Right, exactly. Like, and then they're going to be, watch him be like, Amari Rodgers has chosen number 12.
Doesn't he have to, like...
Those cheap motherfuckers.
If he just walks, though, does he have to pay the signing?
Yes, he owes them, like, $23 million if he decides to retire. And they're not going to give it to him like Andrew Luck got.
State Farm money, though, right there. He's like, I'll just throw out some...
Bro, that's a lot of cash. I mean, he's made a lot of money, but fucking 23 schmil, bro. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, that couldn't even cover his like family counseling.
He's just treating the Packers like family, right? He loves the Packers like his mother.
Exactly, bro. It's just crazy. Like, if we, oh my God, like if the full flip script just flips. And we, as Bears fans, have the fucking best quarterback in the division, dude. I don't even know. Like, the asteroid's coming. Like, I don't. Like,
I know I will be.
Yeah, blast off, bro. Like, like fucking like that. Our favorite video of the guy.
I get there just from watching Fields highlights, man.
Oh man, dude!
And so, I'm happy for you, man, because you were really on Fields from the start, and I never thought we had a shot at him. I never thought.
I didn't want to fall in love with him because I wasn't ready to get.
I felt hard.
I did for Deshaun.
I didn't buy the jersey, but I did buy the jersey because I promised I wouldn't buy the jersey.
Yeah, you made that pact.
Yeah, you can tear the 0 off your Mitch shit if you want, though.
No, I got the jersey. That's
no, but just you got that little thing that tears off the tackle twill, like
the shirts. So the shirts, I ordered the orange one and the navy one. July 7th. That's how pushed back they are. Like,
yeah, they weren't printing any new shit. This is what I'm saying, though.
Those jerseys are selling too.
Number 1 and number 2, Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. These dudes have been number 1 and number 2 since they were fucking fucking riding big wheels, bro.
It's like Bird Magic-esque.
It's too bad that Lawrence is on a trash franchise like the Jags, but
pretty cool that they gave him his college running back, though. That's actually really good for a rookie. Like those two developing together.
I guess they already have James Robinson, though. Like, I don't know.
Travis Etienne's pretty fucking good.
No, he is, and he'll be a change of pace. And
even the timing, having that timing down and that relationship, that chemistry.
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to be dope for them.
For sure, it's cool. But Free Minshew. Free Minshew says,
yeah,
that's how it is. The jerseys are flowing. Like, you know how excited they are at Hallis Hall to see the sales. They're just hyped. Like, they're so excited to flip.
For Dalton, it's going to be Uno Stadium. Like, everybody's just going to have ones everywhere.
Yeah. Like it's
the one on Arlington High.
Jerry, you went out.
Yep.
But yeah, everybody's hyped. They should be hyped. They deserve to be hyped. Don't let any of these fucking salty trolls.
8-bit Jerry.
Exactly. Don't let these salty trolls kill your vibe, Bears fans. There's plenty of time for that. Don't let these fucking people that are like, whoa, this, that, they should have. Shut the fuck up. To everybody that's doubting this fucking guy, shut the fuck up. This is not your time. Sit down. Shut the fuck up. If it doesn't work, you're gonna have your fucking time to shine. Right now, shut the fuck up and let us have this.
Exactly.
If you're doubting this kid, you're a fucking loser. You are a self-hating fucking loser if you're doubting this kid. Get off his dick, you fucking loser. Before you go to throwing shade, can we talk about Arlington Heights? Sure. And the Bears. That came up again. Build it. Absolutely, in a heartbeat. Do you understand that the Bears will get the Super Bowl? The Bears, that's... Super Bowl? It's going to be a dome, Jer. Are you crazy? It's going to be an insane, state-of-the-art fucking, facility that they'll throw the Final Four at.
Oh, they don't want Fields, Tariq, and Mooney on turf, bro. They don't want that.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
And two things. Number one, it will be insane. Number two, it won't open for 10 years. So, it will take so long. They have to pay back the city stadium lease, and they'll find the money to do that. I mean, Soldier Field will still be an important venue for the city, for concerts, for the Chicago Fire, for whatever else comes there.
Question.
Yeah, the tailgate scene will be amazing, an actual tailgate scene with actual lots.
Let's talk about proximity. You live in the city. How far is Arlington Heights?
To what? It's not like Soldier Field is so accessible.
No, it's not. I agree. But I mean, from where Soldier Field sits now, Arlington Heights is where? To people that don't know.
15 miles to the northwest.
Is it set up for the traffic, though? Because, Gillette Stadium here...
what's not set up for the traffic?
Soldier Field.
Soldier Field's terrible.
Soldier Field is a nightmare for traffic. Foot traffic and car traffic. I don't want to hear about it. Let me let you in on a little secret.
Gillette Stadium, they just put it in too small of, the infrastructure wasn't there for it.
Yeah, well, and it's not going to be. Here's the problem is that if you find a huge piece of land, that's set up with infrastructure, the land's too expensive. Okay?
Right.
It just doesn't, the cool thing about Arlington Heights. The cool thing about Arlington Heights is it is well within the old. This is old suburbs of Chicago. This isn't fucking way the fuck out in bumfuck with housing developments. Arlington Heights is old money, fucking big ass houses. Arlington Heights is where is where the John Hughes movies are shot. You know what I mean? It's old Chicago suburbs money. You know what I mean?
They're not gonna want it then.
No, they're going to fucking want it. The season ticket holders of the Chicago Bears are by and large residents of the wealthy suburbs of Chicago. They don't want to fucking come downtown and freeze their ass off. They don't. Like, they will be absolutely ecstatic to go to a luxurious stadium. Like, it's, are you kidding me? Like, it's not even a question. Like, this thing is, if they can get it legs and get things moving on it, it will happen. Nobody will fight it. The only problem with everything in Chicago is that a whole fucking huge list of people have to get paid for anything to happen. Like, a whole huge list of people have to get paid off for anything to happen here, and they fight over the shit, and that's the problem, and it's going to take forever. There's too many politicians get paid. There's too many, like even the NFL, and maybe with the NFL as big as it is now, because during the original stadium renegotiations and all the bullshit, and the Bears threatening to move to Gary, Indiana, and Ted Phillips having to come in and save the day with the deal, and basically he just bent over and took it, was like, I mean, this is a fucking franchise that doesn't own their own stadium. That's crazy. They're worth a ton, and they don't even own their own stadium. If they own their own stadium, their value would like double if they put a huge ass stadium out there. Like, so it's got all the reasons that it should happen. It's just Chicago, so it's gonna take a long ass time.
Jared would put it in Bourbonnais.
Bourbonnais is bumfuck nowhere compared to Arlington Heights. Like, Arlington Heights is urban, but suburban too. Like, and the land is just, unfortunately, it's just perfect. It's a huge fucking plot of land. It was it's a horse race track, and there's already parking lots around it. Like, the reason it keeps coming up again is because it's a fucking great idea. That's the reality. And yes, there's people.
I don't think Virginia would have it.
Well, she's gonna be dead in directly. So, like, any moment now. So it doesn't matter what she thinks. And I think you're wrong. Like, I think she would fucking love it. Like, to see, for them to have like a fully Bears thing, and they could have a fucking museum. They could, I mean, like, it's a wet dream for them, and it's right next to fucking to Hallis Hall. Like, it'd take like 15 minutes to drive from Lake Forest to Arlington Heights, maybe 30 at most.
Now, is that road structure enough to supply?
Who fucking cares?
Like,
you build it out there, and the roads will come along.
We'll have an engineer on next week.
Yeah. Bro, like, who cares? If you build something out there,
messing with you, bro.
Right, but I mean, like, you could have said that about Inglewood with the SoFi Stadium, right? True. Like, I mean, it's not like, like, sometimes you have to ram a huge development into an area and bring the infrastructure up around it. Because, like I said, you want to buy land where there's already infrastructure. That land is insanely expensive. Why? Because it's the shit. It's like SimCity. You fucking build the roads, and then you put in the little developments, and then they sprout up. But if you just put the developments out there and the fucking roads are not there, it doesn't work. But if you have something like a stadium, what happens? Oh, yay! Little SimCity goes, yay! And all the shit builds up around it.
You could say the same. I mean, think about what the Cubs have done with Wrigley in Wrigleyville.
Right, but they fucked themselves.
Well, yeah, that's what they do.
Because they overdid it. They went too crazy. And they lost they somehow lost the thread, like, of it. You know what I mean? Like, they just thought, oh, this is an endless fucking cash cow. And they fucked up because they won too soon. And they didn't pay for it. You know what I mean? And now their fans expect to win every fucking year. Like, but I mean, and it's crazy.
How's
Like
that going
that's
for
what's
you, George?
insane is like the audacity of Cubs
Yeah.
fans that like
Okay.
expect to win every fucking year. But you saw that same shit
trying to
happen
be the
with
Red Sox. See, nah, Red Sox actually.
But the
continue
Red
to
Sox
win.
actually like compete.
Mm.
Like the Cubs always know in the back of their minds that place is going to be full no matter what. That's what they always thought. That's how Ricketts convinced his dad to buy the fucking team. Was like, look at this place. Like they aren't even good, and they fill it up. It's half road fans and it's half home fans. It's the biggest outdoor bar in the city. It's a great fucking time. So they were like, oh shit, you know. And instead of letting everybody else take the risk, the rooftop owners, and they were like, no, we're going to fucking be the behemoth and take all the risk ourselves. Like, well, guess what you got? You wanted the bull, you got the fucking horns.
Instead of letting outside vendors come in.
Yeah,
they try to own it all. They
didn't have to buy all the rooftops. Like
Red Sox did the same shit. They used to up at Fenway. They used to be the vendors outside had kick ass food, right?
Right.
As soon as they wanted to own it all, it was all generic and
right. It's like Sodexo Marriott brings you fucking the lamest hot dog ever, like Relish number 6 from a can, and like fucking it's like Cisco brand fucking peanuts.
That takes nostalgia out of it, man. Those street vendors like cooking up their sausage and peppers, like banging ass shit. You know what I mean? Like it.
Right. Well, Chicago's always been fucked with that. Chicago is like completely against food carts. There's no food carts in Chicago.
They're the shit before games.
It's crazy. Like there's no food carts. They had such a hard time getting food trucks because the restaurant owners, the brick and mortar are so dug in and so powerful with the politicians. They couldn't get food trucks. Like you see food trucks now, but they're so regulated. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. And there was such a fucking fight over it. The food trucks and this and that. And the food trucks are like, well, this is ridiculous. Like, they can't be within, 500 feet of a brick and mortar restaurant. It's like, that's everywhere. Like,
oh, bro, down there, like
8,000 restaurants in Chicago.
I mean, down near the Bean and all that shit, if they let a line of food trucks down there at lunchtime, they would kill.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so then you go there in the whole Grant Park, they don't have shit for food. Because it's run by the park district, it's managed by the park district, and they don't let anybody fucking in there to have free enterprise. And that's why, unfortunately, it's like people want to talk about Soldier Field, it's this and that. There's no fucking character down there. It's the most like sterile, closed down park vibe. Like it feels like an amusement park that closed.
It was pretty cool though. It was like really
cool, but it's like stoic and austere and like
it's a museum. It's a museum,
right? But that's how it feels. It doesn't feel vibrant and alive. You know what I mean? Like it feels old and dead. Like that's the vibe of Soldier Field. And when the team is winning. Yes, it's unique, but when a team is winning, it's hype as fuck. But when you just go there, it has a very cold, dead vibe to it. And then putting that fucking flying saucer in the middle of that, those cold colonnade didn't help. Like, it didn't help. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I just, like, it and I don't know if Arlington Heights would all of a sudden have this, this great big fucking amount of character to it, but at least it'd be nice, and at least the fucking seats, the upper deck seats wouldn't like, literally it's like climbing fucking Mount Everest to get to those upper deck seats in that stadium, and you feel like if you tripped, you would just land on the 50-yard line.
You know what's wild though? Like I like the old Meadowlands was actually nicer than MetLife. Like MetLife is a nice stadium. It's new and updated and all this shit. But dude, the walk to get up to the holy shit to the nosebleeds.
I'll bet
that's some marathon shit. Like at least the old one, it used to be just a circle ramp on all four corners.
Right. Well, it's like the old Yankee Stadium was a dump, and the new one is nice as hell, but it's also like super generic and like hard rock, bar and like. NYY steak. Like it's
You know what I like about it though? You could get shit seats and go down to the lower level and just buy a piece of pizza and watch the game from anywhere you're standing.
That's cool. You're right. That the way that concourse is dope. And actually when they remodeled Comiskey again, they did that, which was smart. And that's one of the things Wrigley does not have. When you are out of your seats in Wrigley, you're like in a tunnel behind.
It's all open there.
Yeah, like, and that's fucking great, you know. Like, and like at the new Comiskey, if you're hanging out in the outfield, they got like a whole area for the kids to run around, and like, I mean, it's a nice experience. Like, if
nothing's like Fenway, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that fucking awesome stupid wall.
I love that.
The best. It's too bad it's full of mass holes. Anyway, we went off into a fucking tangent like we do. What else are we going to talk about?
I guess you already threw a little shit. I have a little shit to throw, but
all right, throw it.
These people that like kind of hold their they hold their take so hard, and like they invented takes, and there's some motherfuckers that were so hard on Mac Jones, and like look so fake when we ended up getting Fields. Like, we were right, boys. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. I mean, it's just, that's the thing is that
it's the same dude that attaches to every white prospect. You know what I mean? You know who we're talking about,
right? Well, people fucking just die by their takes now. Like, they really just can't.
It's so stupid.
Like, it's just like,
own it. Just like, own it.
Yeah, like,
I made my little speech about Leno. And I took L's today, and you know what? I own it.
Right.
It's dude.
Shit happens.
You throw enough shit to like you just throw shit at the wall all the time, and don't be that prideful about that shit. Like,
like half the time
we're wrong all the time.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like, and we're gonna be wrong again. We're probably wrong tonight. I probably said some shit that, like, you know, I hope that, I like what Olin and Jason McKee are doing with the whole where we were wrong shit, but you saw they quickly stopped that. Right, like, you can't do that shit every podcast.
Yeah, I'm addressing the fans that actually address us as, hey, Bears fans, you should really, hey, Bears fans, like they talk to, like there's some level where they're not a fan anymore. They're like we go to them.
These motherfuckers, like fucking people, like people really think they're on some influencer shit.
Yeah, go create your fake hot take somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I hate that shit when I see it on Twitter. Like, Bears fans, like, you're addressing, like, we're underneath you now. Like, we're all fans, and once you lose sight of that, you're fucked.
Yeah, like, and the people get fucking accusing me of, like, of us of, like, you know, creating a narrative and whatever. Like, I'm not creating it. I ain't got no fucking blogs. I got no fucking articles. I'm not doing this shit for clout. Like, if you think that we fucking do this podcast for clout, like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, and people honestly, like, this, like, so fucking Charles Leno shit happens, and Bears Twitter goes right back to being fucking just totally stupid, bro. Like, not only, you know, yeah, exactly, the letterhead, Trubiscuits. Where's the fucking fake ass press releases for your fake ass network? You know, like, you, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know, like, just stop yourselves. Like, stop yourselves.
Remember statements back in the day? So and so has been booted. It's official. And then, like, 3 weeks later, they're back. Like, letterheads, fuck off.
Yeah, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, just stop yourselves. Like, you look like fucking clowns. We don't do this shit for clout. We do this shit because we like to do it. If we find other people that like to listen to us do it, that's cool. You know, like, yeah, we gotta.
And we met some cool people doing it. He froze up too. What is going on tonight?
Like, I'm froze up?
You did for a minute. You good now?
No. But, like, just stop with the bullshit. Like, you know, you can see the cornballs that are out here trying to, like, make their hobby into something, and you know, they look like who they are. They look fucking cornball. They're trying to act like they have scoops. You don't have any fucking
just
scoops.
Just a hobby.
Right. And it's like, yeah, if we made it to the point where, like, you know, we could monetize some shit, we would, but
we're gonna do an OnlyFans. We'll get the pony.
Part of the reason we didn't want to fucking be with that, you know, with that fucking pyramid scheme that we were involved in before was that it was bullshit. Like, fucking Manscaped reads and, you know, like, all this crap, and then, you know, Spreaker wants to put 42 fucking ads in the podcast, so it's like every fucking 10 seconds it's like Dunkin' Donuts, you know, like fucking.
Remember we had
like
to do
political ads, like we're in the fucking pods, like it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, you remember our original pod? It was called The Chaser at first, and then it went to what it went to, and then we had to do ad reads there too. And I was just like, this.
And I shout out to Hogan Johns for getting paid, but I'm tired of that cereal already.
Yo, we used to have to read ad reads for North's crooked ass like lawyer and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Mike
What was Mike North and
Bam!
Fucking Hogan Johns, like Magic Spoon, like Hogan Johns, bro. Like you guys have like some limited edition diamonds. Fuck out of here. Like, come on, man. I pay for the Athletic. I guess I have to listen to it on Athletic. I guess the Athletic one doesn't have as many fucking ads, but they're going, like, get paid, boys. Props to you.
They had us doing ad reads for Better Call Saul, essentially.
Yeah, for real. For real. But, like, fucking, like, low-key mobbed up Chicago style. Like... Cornholio, bro. When's the script coming? How's the script coming? I'm sure that Mike North biopic is already shooting.
You remember our script that we used to have to look at every week before we went?
Yeah.
There's no script here. We just talking, boys.
Yeah, exactly. So, like,
it's wild.
I'm gonna throw shade at all you cornball. Like, literally, there's a new Bears Twitter handle and a new podcast like every 5 minutes.
Well,
the Justin Fields shit. And the Justin Fields shit is only making it worse. Like, all of a sudden, everybody's got the same fucking profile picture, and it's all Justin Fields season and this, that, and the other. Like, I mean, whatever. Like, shout out to all you guys. We're just fucking.
Nah, the Justin Fields love, we need more of it, man, because it actually unifies.
Yeah, Trubisky said there's a keeping it 100 joke in here somewhere. Oh yeah, stick around. I could have told you that we was gonna draft Justin Fields. Me and fucking Shane told you that we was gonna draft him. I knew it. Now Nagy's gotta get out of there because I can coach Fields. It's like
there's all kinds of weird accents going on there.
Yes.
He sounds like fucking Mr. Cotter, fucking cornball, bro.
Definitely.
Like I don't listen to that fucking dude. Like fuck him, but I know he's saying some dumb shit about Nagy right now. I just know that, like, he's fucking, we drafted Fields, but Nagy's going to get himself fired because blah, 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 blah.
It's always the same method. It's always the coach. Because I could coach better.
Right. I got the all-22, blah, blah. Like,
I do, too. Who gives a shit?
Fucking it's like, the tape may not lie, but your ass lies.
The bullshit.
Like, your ass lies like a fucking rug. The tape doesn't lie. Well, you're fucking, doesn't mean you're smart or know what the fuck you're talking about.
He's
your
just
ass lies like a rug. Fucking tape doesn't lie. Fuck out of here. How about your ass?
You can talk to 10 different people that watch the same film and they have different views of what they're watching.
Right. Like, come on. Like, there's a very small amount of people that know what the fuck they're watching.
And if you guys tune in, if you subscribe to our OnlyFans, you can watch the three of us break down porn. We might all have different takes on that.
Yeah, so whatever. Fuck all that. Why does he freestyle rap so much? I don't know. Dude's apparently a rapper. Like, he once almost opened for fucking, like, Kid and Play or something.
We've already wasted too much airtime.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck that. Fuck those dudes. Yeah, so whatever. The moral of the story is like, just stop yourselves. Like, stop fucking looking. Like, and Justin Fields shit is only gonna make it worse. But we're just gonna keep doing what we do. If you guys fuck with us, that's cool. If not, like, whatever. I'm not worried.
We got Justin Fields, baby. We got Justin motherfucking Fields.
Let's unite on that.
We don't need no Ghost Riders up in here.
No.
They already here.
I put down the pen. I put down the pen, and his shit got worse.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's fucking exactly. Like, that's what people don't know is he crowdsources all that shit, all his ideas. Fucking people fed to him. Like, fuck.
Here we go.
They were called. They were called chats, bro.
Yeah, it was little fucking minion chats.
Anyway.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. Anthony Miller being the big winner. Does Anthony Miller stick around now? I don't know. I think that like he might.
I hope he does.
Daz Newsom's going to take his job again, right?
Still, I'd like to see him. Even if we're not going to re-sign him, I'd like to see him play out a contract year here if he's going to ball out for us.
Well, yeah. I mean, George McCaskey couldn't help but act like a tough guy, and basically shoot any chance they had of trading him to hell by saying that.
They probably tried, but I don't think many that not in that draft. There's two. The wide receiver spot was deep.
Daz, the way they emphasized Daz was more of a special teams guy.
Yeah,
as a return guy. I think that's how they see him. I think Anthony Miller's going to be okay. His position will be. But who was Justin Fields? Who was Justin Fields' first touchdown to? Riley Ridley.
Whatever. Fucking Riley Ridley, bro. Call me when he's something. I don't like.
It's just interesting.
It's an interesting tidbit. They were both on Georgia,
You can't really listen to their bullshit because remember Riley Ridley was the best route runner, and then Anthony Miller can't run routes, and it's always.
Yeah, but he was the best route runner coming out of the draft.
Yeah,
remember?
If you're a good quarterback, makes it look like his receiver ran the best route ever.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, there has never been a time where a badass route made a play.
Yeah, but with a guy like Miller, if you had a good quarterback, you could simplify his routes because he will beat his man. They need to simplify and coach their player strengths.
But a great throw will fix a bad route. A great route does not fix a bad throw. Like, it doesn't, so I don't care what kind of routes you can run. Can you block? Will you block? Will you get separation, and will you do the right shit when the play breaks down? That's what I want to know about.
And Daz likes the block, man. I think this kid's gonna challenge like a motherfucker.
We'll see. I'm not gonna get hyped about it. But I think he's Tevin and Justin.
He's coming in. He's coming in on a mission, and that's kind of like Mooney was too. Like Mooney had that swag about him. This
maybe I don't. I don't. Why are we assuming that? What have you seen about him that makes you think, has he had some big game? Because at least Mooney had that big game against Auburn. That was his, They
had a pretty stacked wide receiver group at North Carolina. They had a lot of talent there.
Yeah, they had a lot of talent. They have a very good young quarterback. They had two really good running backs that both got drafted, I believe.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know who this dude is. I just, I
hope got that name too, Daz. It just sounds like a baller, doesn't it?
Yeah, that sounds like some corny shit that won't work out.
Sounds like WWE.
Like Darnell doesn't sound cool at all. I want to see him play. I don't care what his fucking name is. Justin sounds lame as fuck, but he's a badass. I'm not getting hyped about Daz Newsome.
You remember that was the dog pound, right? Diggity Daz back up in you ready. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not fucking getting hyped about Daz Newsome. I'm not getting hyped about Cyrus Tonga or whatever the fuck that guy's name. I'm not.
I'm a little excited about Daz, man.
In in a week, if I see some videos, I might get hyped. I'm not gonna lie, but right now, I'm not getting hyped about those dudes.
The videos are coming.
I'm hyped about I'm hyped about Tevin Jenkins, and I'm hyped about Justin Fields. That's the
UDFA. I'm hyped about Snowden. I want to see.
Got a chance to.
I think Snowden could be special.
What about Khalil Mack's little brother's coming? Watch out!
No,
to the unemployment line.
I remember that conversation.
He's living in Khalil's basement, pulling down fucking practice squad checks.
Like Urlacher's brother.
Yeah, exactly, like fucking Khalil Mack's brother's gonna be the mayor of Arlington Heights.
Hey, he parlayed it into a presidential pardon, so not bad.
Yeah. Oh my god. Can you imagine having to like coattailing your brother all the way to some corrupt ass fucking Illinois politician job, and then your brother has to go fucking kiss Trump's ass to get your ass pardoned. Yeah, R.I.P. Ryan Nall's career, says Trubisky. I don't think that. I mean, Ryan Nall has pictures of Pace and Nagy.
Here's the thing. Ryan Nall, can you play fullback? It's time.
Ryan Nall is on the pool boy list.
Ryan Nall needs to be able to step up and be a fullback.
You think that all of a sudden fullbacks are going to get back into the mix?
I do.
I think you could.
You think? I mean, that's the question. Is like,
I don't understand. So if he's trying to do what they do in KC, that Sherman had a very important role in KC at fullback.
But that's, I feel like that's been pretty diminished.
Well, yeah, you retired.
Now. No, I know, but they're not really. I don't think they're real fullback heavy anymore. I mean, that's just because that's what it's morphed into.
It's good to have one if you want to run multiple looks.
But he hasn't shown that he can do that or be that. I think
he could.
I guess. I mean, you got Artavis Pierce now. You got this Juice Herbert guy. Like, I mean, it's crowded. Like, I hope I haven't talked about expanding the rosters much for 17 games, but they should.
Yeah, I think that's a hot topic that'll be coming up, and the owners won't want it.
Like they
hold more on the practice squad that are protected or something.
Yeah, they're talking. I think somebody asked the question of whether some of the COVID rules would carry over, and there's not really been any clarification on, how the IR will work like it did last year, and will guys be able to opt out this year, and there's a lot of things still to be.
Speaking of that, I'm going to throw some shade at A-Rob. Fucking, what is wrong with you, bro? You still haven't gotten a vaccine? You think you're fucking special or some shit? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like it's fucking ridiculous. And I made the joke that, like, he's trying to, come up with a reason to not play with Andy Dalton, But, like, I'm sorry, but, like, what are you fucking doing? Like, I'm sorry, it's selfish as fuck. Like, what are you fucking doing not getting a vaccine yet? Oh, I'm weighing my options. Like, come on. Idiot.
I can see where the fear is, being a premier athlete and your body is your moneymaker. And
dude, you just played with the risk of getting the fucking disease.
I know.
Like you already risked, and now I'm sorry, it's fucking stupid. Like
I do agree. I'm just saying I could see where the fear would be. I didn't say it was tangible.
No, I guess, but like, come on, man. Like you have to use your intelligence to overcome fear. It's kind of like the story of mankind. Like, I mean, are we just going to be fucking poking shit with sticks forever? Or are you going to fucking be smart and handle it? Like, Jesus.
Well, his defense, they did say it may only last 6 months, so maybe he's waiting closer to the season.
I mean, I get it, bro. Like, if you're all sequestered up, I suppose. But, like, I don't know. Like, and it's not like he's out there campaigning against it. Like, fucking Jay Cutler's, Jay Cutler's on fucking Instagram, like, full anti-mask, anti-vax, like, propaganda is coming out of that Instagram account. Like, it's wild. Like, he's back with Cavalieri because Cavalieri is a psycho with that.
Yeah, shit. He didn't come out and, like, he was, I think he was asked the question. I don't think.
No. So I'm not saying he's promoting it. It's just kind of like, it just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, it's like, really, man? Like, and I don't know, come up with a better reason. Like, whatever. I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. So
we got Justin Fields.
We do fucking have Justin Fields. You can. And every time I get, like, in a bad mood or something's not, I'm at work and I'm like, fuck my life, and my thoughts drift to, we got Justin Fields. And I just fucking, I'm happy about this. I'm happy about this fucking team. It's so weird.
It's a complete different feeling than we had going into
such a weight lifted.
Well, what we thought, it was like, well, how's Ryan Pace going to fuck this up? Yep. And I was like, I had going into that day, I put a tweet out. I was like, today's going to be a good day. Something good's going to happen today.
Did it ever? I didn't know, and it fucking did.
It's Tuesday my time, so I hope it's a good day.
I think he's going to work out. I feel good about it, but, like, even if it doesn't, like, I'm just happy for the hope. Like I'm happy to have this new renewed hope. That's all. Like I'm just, so I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like everybody just enjoy the fucking feeling of hope, and ride with it. And there'll be plenty of time to do the other shit that we're so used to doing later.
This dude is that dude though. He's an alpha. Yeah. He's a freaking. Yeah. He's got skills. Like
he's that dude. He's that dude.
He's that dude. He doesn't need to read about being a leader. He's a born leader. Like he just it's him.
I mean, that's the thing. They put up the thing where he's like, I'm not gonna do too much talking. There's been too much talking already. Like it's time to work. This dude came here to fucking win games and chew bubble gum, and we're out of fucking bubble gum.
So you mean now you won't have to put him on the Oprah readers book list?
Yeah, like fucking like yes.
He won't even know that. He won't even know the TVs are on, bro.
Like this dude is not getting distracted by some fucking 6.5 with a Pilates class. Fucking like and just come completely off his game. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be asking to turn off the TVs.
The test was this draft cycle for him too. Not only playing at Ohio State, but all the bullshit that was being thrown out there about him.
Yes. He embraces that shit. He's like, nope, I'm taking on the NCAA. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, he embraces that shit. He's like, oh yeah, Chicago. Like, these dudes, Dan Weeder is fucking sprung off of this cat already. Like,
they asked him if he felt pressure. He's like, I'm not. Those quarterbacks have nothing to do with me.
And they should fucking be sprung off him because you know who Justin Fields is? Justin Fields is good for business. Okay? Good for business. My man is an economic force. So get on board, at least from that standpoint. Like, this dude can do a lot for this city. A lot. People are already comparing it to when Derrick Rose got drafted. I don't know if that's apt because Derrick Rose is a Southside kid.
Hometown kid, yeah.
But it's, it's big. Like, you can't overstate how big it is.
It's huge.
It's so fucking big. Like, and
around here, Patriot fans were pissed that they didn't get him. Like,
everybody's pissed.
Mac Jones was just like, all right.
Every fan base is pissed. Justin Fields is going to be counting to 11 in somebody's fucking end zone.
The Buffalo fan base was like, I'm so happy you guys got him and not New England.
Yeah. Yeah. Shanahan, bro. Shanahan and fucking Lynch better be right, bro. Are they going to get a cold dose?
I'd hate to see them get fleeced.
Yeah, that'd be a real shame. I'd really broken up about it. Like, they better be right, dude. Because they pass on a real one.
We've been there.
Right. I mean, this shit, it happens. Like, it happens.
Yep.
But at least they learned. At least Pace and Nagy learned, and they had another shot, and they took a swing, and they got lucky because you have to get lucky. Luck
San Francisco's like, okay, we messed up. Their history, they've had pretty good freaking quarterback history.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I'm not, but Bill Walsh doesn't work there anymore either.
Yeah, it's pretty much young in Montana.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but Shanahan's a great coach. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know that he's people act like he's the quarterback whisperer, and I'm like, but who? Because he got Matt Ryan to win the MVP. Matt Ryan was pretty fucking good before Shanahan got there. Like, Shanahan's a great coach, but I don't know if he's the quarterback whisperer.
Jared, those two names you threw out there, if we had that in our history.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I get it.
It's only Montana and Young.
I mean, what, Jeff Garcia was that great?
Jeff Garcia was pretty badass.
He was pretty good, but...
Bro, drop Jeff Garcia's numbers against the Bears quarterback history numbers. Just throw them in there.
Nah, we don't.
You'll be like, oh, shit. Like, Jeff Garcia can fucking play, bro. Like that.
He had his moment, yeah.
Yeah. They had like a 2 or 3 year stretch. He had like a 2 or 3 year stretch where him and T.O. were tearing up the league. Like making J.J. Nelson look like somebody, bro. Like, I'm just saying, like, if they, like, it's time for us to have that dude. God damn it.
For every time we had to hear last year,
I think
the Bears passed on Mahomes, and they passed. Guess what? We didn't pass this time.
Right. And plus, he looks like a fucking badass. He looks so fucking badass. You haven't even put on the jersey yet. When he comes out of the fucking tunnel, bro, with that
warrior eye
with
paint.
that one and the fuck, oh my god, bro!
He's got a Grateful Dead hat. I'm done,
bro. When he comes out of the tunnel in that one with the visor, bro. Oh my god, it's gonna be fucking sex, bro. It's gonna be so good. Like, this dude is a badass. He's a badass. He's not some Camry driving bitch. He's a badass. It's gonna be. It's not like, yeah, whatever. Fucking sweep the sheds. Like, I don't give a fuck. Go sweep the sheds, Mitchie.
He's about to own this city.
Yeah.
He already does. Yes. He's already got by the balls.
Yes. Anyway, that's it. That's the show. Thanks for listening. No show on Thursday. This is a show for the week, so we'll see what's happening.
Give us a liking on Facebook. Give us a liking on the other social medias, and
or don't.
Whatever the social medias with them be, Jer.
I don't give a fuck.
The Twitter.
Follow us if you want. Yeah, the Twitter.
Insta.
Yeah, Instagram. Sure, follow us. Sports Instagram is rough.
Yeah.
Like, really, the only reason anybody's on sports Instagram is to catch some weird shit going on in the stories. Like, the rest of sports Instagram is a tough scene, bro.
I can't even dive into Instagram, man, because I will not get anything done.
Yeah, exactly, because it's a low-key a porn site. Like, it's pretty much like, like it's basically like softcore porn. Yeah, anyway, so thanks for listening. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for sticking with us. Justin Fields is the Bears quarterback, and fuck you, anyone that hates that. Fuck the haters. It's just another episode of The Tailgate Show.
The Soldier Fields.
The QB1 for real.
The Fields Museum. Oh, yes.
I like that tweet, by the way. That was a nice. Fields Museum.
It was not too bad, right?
It's a good idea. Pretty good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. See you later, y'all.